Get ready for the 2026 MLB Mock Draft 3, because we are diving deep into the first-round picks with just 2 months left. We're looking at the White Sox situation, specifically the buzz around Rock Kolosky versus the highly popular alternative, Texas prep shortstop Grady Emerson. And we are also tracking the heavy scouting activity around Florida prep shortstop Jacob Lombard and Georgia Tech catcher Von Lackey. We break down the real possibilities for these top spots, and you won't want to miss this analysis.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to hold it with one hand? The PopSocket's Pop Grip gives you a secure grip, works as a phone stand, and even lets you swap the top for a fresh new look. Simple, useful, and perfect for everyday phone use. Click the link in the comments to grab yours on Amazon.
Next up, we look at the Giants and the massive trade involving Patrick Bailey, which immediately sparked intense speculation about the team trying to float Rock Kolosky to the 29th pick. We examine why that scenario is unlikely and what the much more probable path is for the Giants, focusing on the likelihood of Jacob Lombard or fellow high school toolshed Eric Booth Jr. securing that crucial first-round selection. Then we pivot over to the Pirates, where we're seeing college pitching make waves, with Jackson Flora being the obvious name to watch as the top overall college pitcher in the class. We also explore the possibility of a high school player like Gio Rojas or Brody Bumilla, and look at the wider speculation surrounding players like Drew Burress and AJ Gracia, who could be grabbing those high upside spots. Finally, we look at the Rockies with Ryder Helfrich, the consensus number 2 catcher, and we break down the exciting options for the Cardinals, including the potential impact of Williams and Borthwick, before we wrap up with a look at the Reds, where Andrew Abbott and Spencer Steer helped the Cincinnati Reds secure a hard-fought 5-0 victory over the Houston Astros. Baseball America has released its third MLB Mock Draft 3, detailing first-round projections for every team with 2 months remaining until the draft. Key trends indicate a tight cluster of about 6 names teams anticipate selecting within the first 10 picks, with the rest being speculative. Significant buzz surrounds potential first-round selections, particularly concerning the White Sox. While Rock Kolosky remains a favorite, the Texas prep shortstop Grady Emerson is a popular alternative, though the White Sox have been heavily scouting Florida prep shortstop Jacob Lombard. Georgia Tech catcher Von Lackey is also being considered as a potential top-tier option. Industry sources offer mixed opinions on the Emerson rumor, ranging from pure speculation to the White Sox conducting due diligence to a more likely scenario. Kolosky continues to be favored due to recent home run performance, though the shared agency representation for Kolosky, Emerson, and Lombard may complicate any major savings for Chicago. The Rays are reportedly connected to all the mentioned names, suggesting they may target whoever Chicago passes on. For the Twins, if the top 2 players are selected in sequence, Von Lackey is favored due to his defensive upside at catcher. This is the first spot where UC Santa Barbara right-hander Jackson Flora is positioned. The Giants have generated significant attention following their trade of Patrick Bailey for Matt Wilkinson and the 29th pick. While speculation centered on floating Rock Kolosky to this spot, analysts suggest this is unlikely, as other teams could offer significant slot value deals. The Giants are more likely to target an overslot player, with Jacob Lombard and Eric Booth Jr. being favored, potentially in that order. The Pirates are projected to target college pitching at the 5th pick, with Jackson Flora being the obvious choice due to his status as the top overall college pitcher in the class, despite slightly lighter peripheral metrics. For the Royals, high school talent is favored, with Rojas being heavily scouted. If Lombard does not go early, Eric Booth Jr. and Gio Rojas are considered strong contenders. Speculation deepens for the Athletics, where Jackson Flora could serve as a floor if the team seeks college pitching. Other potential picks include Justin Lebron, Drew Burress, and AJ Gracia, representing high-variance model favorite options. Other notable projections include Ryder Helfrich for the Rockies at number 10, potentially alongside high school lefties like Gio Rojas or Logan Schmidt. Drew Burress is viewed as a safer bet for the Nationals at number 11 due to his consistent, high-level production. Other first-round targets include Cole Carlon for the Angels, due to his physical profile, and Tyler Bell for the Cardinals, who is being heavily scouted despite some up-arrow feedback. The Marlins are expected to target Zion Rose, an up-arrow college hitter with significant power and stolen base potential. In pitching, Coons is viewed as a potential middle or back-end first-round pick based on recent strong starts. Sawyer Strasnider for the Astros possesses superior physical tools but has shown inconsistent hitting metrics. The Cardinals, with 3 extra picks and the 6th largest bonus pool, are positioned to make significant overslot deals, potentially targeting high-priced high school hitters like Williams and Borthwick. Overall, the draft landscape is characterized by high volatility, with many players showing a wide range of potential outcomes, especially among college hitters and pitchers. The New York Mets are facing a challenging stretch as they continue to post MLB's worst record. In their recent outing, the team struggled offensively, losing a 5-1 defeat to the Arizona Diamondbacks on Sunday. Eduardo Rodriguez pitched a career-high 8 1/3 innings, keeping the Mets hitless until Carson Benj singled with 1 out in the 6th. New York scored 5 runs on 12 hits during the series, finishing the road trip 5-4. Manager Carlos Mendoza acknowledged the team's struggles, stating, "We needed to be better." Juan Soto offered perspective on the team's offense, noting that while they are currently struggling, "We think it's going to pass." Looking ahead, the Mets will begin a 6-game homestand at Citi Field on Tuesday, starting with Freddie Peralta facing Jack Flaherty. Meanwhile, trade rumors suggest the Mets have signed right-handed pitcher Xavier Curry to a minor league deal, following his performance in the Mexican League and previous seasons. In other baseball news, Jacob deGrom reached his 1,900th career strikeout on Sunday, becoming the second fastest to the milestone by games and innings. Mookie Betts is expected to return to the Dodgers lineup on Monday after recovering from a right oblique strain. On the injury front, Wilson Contreras left a game after being hit by a fastball, though initial tests on his hand were negative. The Giants have optioned relievers Ryan Walker and Gregory Santos to AAA, calling up lefty Sam Hentges and RHP Dylan Smith. Historical baseball highlights were also noted, including a 1999 matchup between Bobby J. Jones and Bobby M. Jones at Coors Field, and a 1972 trade where the Mets acquired Willie Mays from the Giants for pitcher Charlie Williams and $50,000. The baseball world mourns the passing of Bobby Cox, the former longtime Braves manager and Baseball Hall of Famer, who died at the age of 84 on Saturday. Throughout his 29 big league seasons as a manager, Cox became synonymous with winning, characterized by his turbulent emotions and paternal defense instincts for his players, traits that contributed to the most ejections in baseball history, and his profound impact on those around him. Cox managed numerous stars, including Dave Stieb, Chipper Jones, Greg Maddux, Tom Glavine, and John Smoltz. His influence extended beyond his players, creating a rich coaching tree with many subsequent successful managers. Cox's managerial tenure spanned from 1980 to 1985 with the Blue Jays and 1990 to 1996 with the Braves. He amassed a record of 910 wins and 790 losses as an MLB manager, earning Manager of the Year honors in 1999. Cox's coaching lineage is extensive. Williams, a close friend, served as the Blue Jays' third base coach from 1980, later becoming the Braves' third base coach from 1990 to 1996, playing a key role in a famous Braves postseason victory, and helping Cox select Chipper Jones in the 1990 draft. Williams later managed the Boston Red Sox, achieving success as the American League Manager of the Year in 1999. Another significant figure in Cox's orbit was Gaston. Having worked with the Braves in the minor leagues, Gaston's insights caught Cox's attention, influencing his decisions regarding the Blue Jays' coaching staff. Gaston later became the winningest manager in Blue Jays history, leading the team to a repeat championship in 1993. Yost, who spent 12 seasons as a coach under Cox, absorbed his work ethic and team-first mentality. Yost went on to lead the Brewers to the postseason in 2008 and achieved historic success with the Kansas City Royals, capturing their first championship in 30 years in 2015. Cox held high regard for Yost, praising his tenacity and communication style. Cox also mentored Gonzalez, who served as his third base coach before taking the helm of the Atlanta Braves. Gonzalez later managed the Braves, leading them to a World Series title in 2021 and winning multiple manager awards. Furthermore, Cox's influence was evident in the calm leadership style he fostered, a lesson absorbed by his staff, including Snitker, who noted Cox's ability to keep things under control during tough moments. Snitker credited Cox with teaching him how to maintain a zen-like calm under pressure. Bobby Cox leaves behind a legacy defined by winning, intense player advocacy, and a deep, lasting impact on generations of baseball coaches and players. The Cincinnati Reds secured a decisive 5-0 victory over the Houston Astros on Sunday, thanks to key contributions from Elly De La Cruz and Spencer Steer, who helped the team regain momentum after an 8-game losing streak. Andrew Abbott pitched 6 sharp innings, allowing only 3 hits. Spencer Steer delivered a crucial solo home run to seal the win. Elly De La Cruz contributed 3 hits and recorded 2 runs, ensuring the Reds won their second consecutive game. J.J. Bleday added to the offense with a 2-run triple. The Reds rebounded strongly in the weekend series, taking 2 of the 3 games and returning from a 10-0 defeat in the opener by conceding just 1 run across the next 2 contests. In the game, Abbott pitched efficiently, striking out 5 batters and walking 1, throwing 55 of his 85 pitches for strikes. Tejay Antone, Sam Maul, and Graham Ashcraft each pitched a perfect inning to finish the 3-hitter. The Astros starter, Kai Tang, managed to keep the Reds scoreless through the first 3 innings before being pulled after allowing 4 consecutive hits in the 4th. The scoring sequence involved De La Cruz getting a single, Sal Stewart hitting a double, and both scoring on Bleday's triple to right field. Tyler Stephenson followed up with an RBI single to make it 3-0. The Astros starter was ultimately charged with 3 runs and 5 hits over 3 innings. The final frame saw De La Cruz score on a walk by reliever Cody Bolton, and Steer added a solo home run in the 6th inning. This marks the 3rd consecutive multi-hit game for De La Cruz.